By now, most of you have seen the picture of these FBI agents taking a knee in solidarity with the protesters. Many of you may have been shocked when you first saw this image. You may have asked yourselves, how is this possible? If you did, you've been asleep. Asleep! The FBI shamelessly took a knee to support the insurgents, not because they're against police brutality. The FBI took a knee because they no longer fear repercussions from openly aligning themselves with the groups driving these countermeasures and the violence that they advocate. Answer me this. Who has the FBI taken into custody since Attorney General Barr announced last week that the DOJ has the names of the leadership behind the violence tearing our country apart? Anyone? Nearly 1 year ago, on July 23, 2019, FBI Director Christopher Wray testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee. During the hearing, Senator Ted Cruz called on Wray to open a RICO investigation into Antifa and introduced a resolution to designate the group a domestic terrorist organization. Cruz argued that the group engages in violent protests. Wray told Senator Cruz that the agency doesn't investigate ideology. Quote, "We don't think of Antifa as an organization so much," unquote, he said. As Sundance from the conservative Treehouse recently stated, the FBI is a political agency with police powers within the federal government. The activity of Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, James Comey, Andrew McCabe, and a host of very familiar names has shown just how important politics is within the agency. As we saw in the ridiculous Hillary Clinton investigation, politics was the prism for every decision, and protecting their ideological tribe was the biggest concern within the agency. Once you accept that the FBI is a weaponized political agency, everything begins to make a whole lot more sense. It makes sense that they would only target people adverse to their political agenda. It makes sense that they harshly target anyone who they view as a political opponent, like Roger Stone. Somehow, the federal government found the motivation and resources to send more heavily armed agents to arrest 68-year-old Roger Stone than ever set foot in Benghazi. Wake up.